As I look back at my life, and because we do have choices, over these 10 months of the pandemic um, has been pretty fun for me because I have learned how to live and I've learned how to stay clean and sober.
Hello, everybody. I've been on the trustee of DePaul University since 2007 and also served on a number of committees during that span. Right now, I'm on the philanthropy committee. During that time, while we've been talking about different ways to approach the message of now we must, we thought about introducing some motivational speakers with a great life story to tell that story and inspire us as we go forward. And one of my friends for over 20 some years is Thomas Henderson. I met Thomas through a mutual friend, my best friend, Bill O'Donnell, while we were in the drug alcohol abuse treatment business. And a little bit about Thomas, who's not shy about speaking, that can further elaborate on his story. Thomas was the first of the big name, large, hard hitting, quick, fast linebackers. Thomas came into the league 1975 with the Dallas Cowboys. And Thomas right away rose to Pro Bowl status, and noticed that during that period, as he was moving along, that the only players that got recognition were skilled players, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and linebackers were just another player. Thomas took it upon himself to create an image and a brand by dressing pretty liberally at the days, and started going to Hollywood, and of course got himself known as Hollywood Henderson. Thomas rose to fame, and as quick as he rose to fame, Thomas suffered, like a number of people, fell out of fame. I'll leave you with one thought just on the impression that Thomas made while being a star football player. Lawrence Taylor, who everybody knows, took it upon himself to wear Thomas Henderson's number 56. And with that, Thomas, maybe you can take us through a little bit of your story.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Thomas Henderson. Sometimes I'm Thomas Henderson. I grew up in Austin, Texas, and I grew up around, I was born to a 15-year-old girl. And the one thing I noticed early on in my life is that people were drinking beer and alcohol and smoking cigarettes. And by the time I was 8 years old, I had tried that. So today I'm going to talk to students because I was an 18-year-old student in a dorm looking at the fraternities and sororities and the football team. And like many, I tried the marijuana. I drank the wine. I drank the beer. As I look back at my life, and because we do have choices, over these 10 months of the pandemic has been pretty fun for me because I have learned how to live and I've learned how to stay clean and sober. So young people, when it comes to drinking and drugging, these are options that you do not have to take. You do not have to drink to be sociable. You do not have to drink to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Because if you start to drink, you just don't know where that's gonna go. Now, where it took me 50 years later, I lost my job. I lost my family. I lost my freedom. I just kept losing because I had this relationship with getting high, smoking marijuana, smoking crack, snorting cocaine. It just starts and then it just keeps on. And so I know when you're 18, 19, 20 years old and you see other people doing it and they seem to be happy, joyous, and free, many of them are going to have horrible endings to this relationship. Um, I've been sober 37 years. And if there was one thing I could go back and change, would have been my decision to start using chemicals and alcohol and smoking marijuana and snorting coke or even smoking cigarettes. You do have these things called lungs in your body, and you might ought to take care of it. And so these 37 years have been productive and wonderful, but I think I need to reach back sometimes and tell young people, when you're 17 or 18 or 19 or 20 years old or 21 and you want to get an education, and I believe alcohol and drugs will get in the way of that. I'll tell you how much it gets in the way. In 1975, I was drafted in the first round by the Dallas Cowboys. I packed up my bags and left Oklahoma. I was right in the middle of a semester, my senior year. And by the way, I'm a brainiac. I'm a smart guy. I did well in school. I know my humanities, Oedipus Rex and Don Quixote and Dante's Inferno. And I know stuff. I know about the Renaissance and science and math. I love math. But I let the world pull me out of, if you have a goal going into school and you let something pull you out of that, like a relationship or drugs or alcohol, where you don't go to class, you just give up on it. So I left Langston, Oklahoma in 1975 and went and joined the Dallas Cowboys. Had my life, had my addictions and tragedies, and one after the other. I go to jail. But before that, I go to treatment. And because I'm an educated kind of guy, I listened and I said, okay. So I got sober. And I'm still sober, 37 years later. And so I went back to my hometown and I saw a few things that I could do. So I did them. I built a stadium for the kids in my community. But something was bugging me. And what was bugging me is I needed 6 hours to get a Bachelor of Science from Langston University. And I called up the president of Langston University and I said, I want to finish college. And I took a class in Austin. I wrote a piece on a president, Harry Truman. I'm sure many of you don't know much about Harry Truman, but I do. So besides getting my Bachelor of Science, I got a doctorate because they were very proud of me for coming back. And so I give money to my university, and so I have a doctorate of the laws. But let's go back to what we started here on. Alcohol can take you places you never dreamed you'd go. Marijuana is a habit that will ruin your lungs. Vaping, just way too much smoke. Yeah, just way too damn much smoke. Cocaine will ruin you. Meth will kill you. Fentanyl will kill you. So as a sober man, I say to you young people, I know it's hard to listen to a 67-year-old man, but I'm Hollywood Henderson. I am an all-pro football player. I have lived a life. I've been to Hefner's mansion. I've been to the White House. But wherever I go, my life now is to, just like when Nancy Reagan first came out with Just Say No, as simple and as pragmatic as that is still the truth. Good luck to DePaul. Good luck to the students. Good luck as you navigate your lives. Where are you going? Are you going to get a degree? Are you going to party? Or are you serious about your education and your life? Well, where are you? And that is the biggest question each human being has to ask themselves. Where am I and where am I going? And I hope that everybody at DePaul finds a way to get to where they want to go.